What do we have here? We have a little bit of mana at the forefront, and the way that you want to approach a lot of the puzzles in TimeMelters is look at how much mana is readily available to you, and then look at the map to see where you can use that mana. The main goal is to get more mana. Okay, so let's see. We have a greater moonstone here, which attracts mana, and then we have a bunch of trees here. So obviously, I want to put mana into one of these trees because it gives me more mana, and I want to put another one in this tree because it gives me even more mana. And then I activate the moonstone so that all that mana flies towards me. Because if I look in the middle here, there's 20 guys that I can't kill. So we're gonna go to our body, and we're gonna kill these guys. We're gonna activate everything, and we have 160 seconds to kill all these. Good morning, Tessa. How you doing? Sunny Bunny, I'm doing a giveaway if you want to try and win a chance to win a key. Do exclamation point ticket right now, and you're going to get a chance to win. Everyone can get one ticket. We're going to fly up into the air over here with Spirit Sight. We're going to add a mana over there and a mana over here. We're going to go back to our body. These guys are all going to get yeeted. Our lovely yeet tree. It was really funny. Coco, every single time one guy got yeeted, she was laughing so much. She could not get over how funny it was when these guys just get friggin' flung through the air. Yo, BBK, get that ticket. 2 minutes and 40 seconds is very specific. What do you mean, Citizen Tay? You're doing well, other than it's gonna be a hot day. It's hot everywhere. Did I not activate this? I did not activate this. What is wrong with me? Yo, Gio, welcome in. Thank you very much for that follow. Really appreciate that. How you doing today? The trees are the best part. The trees are hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna get all this mana from these trees. We still have 90 seconds, so I kind of wasted a little bit of time. Now, the main draw of most of this is that you want to drop a fire spirit underneath the tree and activate the tree. It's the best combo in the entire game. What's it called? The fire spirits draw aggro for stuff. So you want to drop them in places to pull people away, and you also don't necessarily want to drop a fire spirit like right in the middle of a group of enemies, because that's not very effective. They only have 1 HP, much like yourself. So the minute you start putting this, like here, I'm gonna waste mana and show you what I mean. If I put a fire spirit right here, it's gonna hit one person, maybe two, and then they're gonna hit it and it's gonna just disappear because it doesn't have any HP. You have to be very smart about where you place these in order to maximize their damage. So you want to put them at, like, you know, the edge of their range so that they have time to attack. That, and after that one pulls aggro, I can put this one further back. See, it only pulled a few of them. I could drop that one over there. As they move, they'll only go towards one thing, but as the aggro pulls in, I can kind of turn around and take these guys out. So see, if you want to, and every single challenge we do is going to unlock a trophy, by the way. But as you place fire spirits around in different areas, it will draw their aggro to different ones, so that the other ones can still get their attacks in. So even if you lose like a couple of shots on one, you still have a chance to maximize the attack of the other fire spirits. So this one's a bit different. We have to help the villager reach this point over here. Now the big problem with this is that we can't actively help him. All we can do is go into Spirit Sight and use our spells. We've been friends for a little bit, so that's really cool. I was able to actually help make this game, and so I'm really happy I was able to send some stuff over to Thorlar so he can check it out. Now our main thing is that I need to... Whoop! I should have used the mana here. Let me pause. If I got the mana at the beginning, you want to fly towards here so that you use an Earth Spirit to stop the plague from killing the villager. Now we're going to want to... I mean, I could get more mana. There's a little bit more... There's some more guys over here and over here. But what I could do is just wait for this guy to kind of pass this wall. So we have these lesser moonstones. When we close them, it will actually block the paths for certain things. So let me pause. Let me block that guy. Now what we want is... See this guy... we don't have the path anymore. He's gonna come up this way. So what I want to do is block this path now so that he comes down this way, and then I'm gonna activate this tree, because there's no way that he's gonna go through 15 guys, and there's nothing I can do to stop those guys from killing him. So let's go back down. Now I have to kill these guys to get the mana. I'm gonna use the rest of this mana in order to help him secure his route through the next area. Let me just do this. There's a couple more guys here. So basically, get mana, fly up into the air, get mana, fly up into the air, use the mana to help this guy get through. So the main thing is Earth Spirit to stop the plague, close the wall. Close the second wall to stop him from going to these 30 guys, and then you have to activate both of these trees. Now the last group over here, this is our combo we were talking about before. Drop a Fire Spirit, drop a guy with a tree over here, it draws them in, kills them good, and then that's the challenge. Oh shit, I also have hockey tomorrow. Oh shit, hockey's back, Devilman. That's awesome. I take high temperature over high humidity. Hope you don't mind me asking, but Thorlar is a little confused as to whether he should be playing the full version or the demo with the key you gave him. So he's playing, I mean, it's up to him. It's up to him. We gave him a, it's a special build. It's a special build, but if he wants to jump into the full game, it's entirely up to him, Satsuki. So this one is a bit different now. This is the biggest challenge in this level. This is the one that actually has some time travel in it. We have to kill all of these enemies, including 3 plagues, in a little under 4 minutes. A little under 4 minutes. And this one has the void stones. So what do we want to do here? We have a plague in the front here, and there's multiple ways to deal with a plague. So what we want to do, I can get a cheeky hit on the back of this guy if I'm careful. I could wait a little bit. I don't necessarily have to do this. If I do this, it's just gonna take a lot longer for me to get this done. But I can cheekily wait for him to be kind enough to show me his back. Then he's gonna run at me. So now he's gonna be chasing me. But now in my future timeline, my Echo's gonna have to wait for this guy to kind of turn around. I should probably, at this point, we're gonna be good. Let me go back in time. I'm using myself as bait, but since I got the first hit, all of these plagues typically need 3 hits to die, but in this challenge, they only need 2. And we should probably write that somewhere, but that's okay. So now I'm just kind of waiting for my past self to wait for this guy to turn around. It's a little bit slow here, but we're gonna go back in time and deal with this afterwards. So he's gonna turn around. I'm using my old self as bait. He is fully aggroed on that guy. As long as I don't get like within 2 feet of him, he should stay aggroed there. I can get around him nice and easy and then kill him. Now these void stones work as teleporters. We're gonna go to the red one on the left over here. Now if I pause, we made it all the way over here. So we were over there before by the blue portal. Now we're over here. I have a couple of enemies that can give me mana that I will use to kill all of the enemies over here. But first off, we're gonna try and get this guy. I'm gonna get another cheeky hit on the back of him as long as he's facing away. And I'm gonna get another cheeky hit on the back of this. Oh, see, there you go. Messed up. Well, I mean, I didn't mess up. There's not much I could have done. I could do an earth spirit here, stop him dead in his tracks. I'm gonna knock him in the back. I'm gonna activate this tree. Now this guy's gonna run into the tree and he's gonna get dummy smacked. Boom, dead. I get the mana from him. I can come over here and kill these guys. Now I could use the tree there, but they're not close enough, so I'd have to use even more mana to kill them. So I'm just gonna come here and kill these guys. I'm gonna have to reload my mana here, so let me just get that to reload, and we're gonna kill these guys. Perfect. Now what I want to do, I only have 100 seconds left, which is not that much time, but if I put a teleport over here and then go back in time, I'm gonna avoid my 2 echoes at the beginning trying to kill these ones. I hope 100 seconds is enough time, because the main problem with some of these challenges is when you're going back in time, I still have 1 time rewind left. If I had to use all of my time rewinds, I probably wouldn't have enough time for my echo to actually kill everything. So I have to be very careful here. I kind of want to pull this guy away just because I don't want the tree to get him. Is that gonna work? Oh, okay, I have to be careful here. I don't want the tree to actually kill him because it's gonna waste all its charges. No, well, he's dead, but now these guys aren't. That was exactly what I was trying to avoid. Once a tree attacks a plague, it loses all of its charges. And so the RNG of if it's gonna attack the plague versus the other 4 enemies under it, you don't know what's gonna happen. So I was trying to pull the plague away with the fire spirit, but I kind of activated the tree too soon and the plague monster got rooted underneath it, and so that was my problem. Now that we're running out of time here, I could actually cause time distortion and pull these guys towards the trees. They should actually die within the next 30 seconds. And as you can see, my echo here, I caused time distortion. I pulled the enemies away. My echo doesn't actually react to what happens in the world, but the enemies do. My echo is just in another timeline, not even paying attention. She's just doing the same thing she did before. So when you cause time distortion like that, in that way, it doesn't matter because I did it on purpose. But sometimes you do it by accident and you're not realizing that you're actually pulling enemies that were going to die away. So you have to really think about that. So Newrisen survived the 5th trial with only 1 echo. So the 5th trial in Newrisen was the one where you have the plague at the end in the cave. So this is a bit different. This game has more brain cells than me. Sunny Bunny, it is ridiculous. There's a lot of stuff to this, but this is also after beating the entire campaign, so you should be a little bit more used to it. You love this game so much. Your team did an amazing job. We were 3 people that made this, Satsuki. It's kind of insane. Morning, Taxi. How you doing? What is up? I appreciate that, though, Satsuki. I really do. Thank you very much for that. It really does mean a lot, honestly. So what do we have here? I didn't actually pause to show you. We have a bunch of enemies that give me mana, and then we have 1 plague that we need to kill. But we also have, like, no way to, We have a lot less time rewind. But if you kill all the enemies, they do give me a fair amount of mana. So I could do all that. Now we can go back in time. It'll let my cooldown reset. I don't have any more time rewinds, though. So what I'm going to do is put a teleport just in case. Just 3? That's crazy, man. We were just 3 people that made this game. Just 3. It is pretty crazy at first. So now he pulled the aggro for everything. He's going to do the... There, she's going to do that. I have the cooldown for... my earth spell. So I should be able to do that again. Now, the plague is going to turn around. And then I'm going to get the hit in right now. There you go. Now, I could use another Earth Spirit. I could use my teleport. I could knock this person down. There's so many different options I have. I could also use a Fire Spirit, although I wouldn't necessarily recommend that in this situation since it's such a tiny arena. But there's so many different options you have to take care of a plague. But when you're panicked because it's running towards you, you forget all of them. Okay, so what do we got here? I have to get through all of the plagues. All of the plagues. So I have a ton of echoes, and I have a little bit of mana. Originally, we didn't even have that mana, by the way. We added that just to make it a little bit easier. I did this the very first time. I'm going to show you how. A very weird way, by the way. So there's no time limit for this one, aside from the portal, but I'm going to do this in a very weird way. I'm not going to kill any of these, okay? When I did this, like, because I didn't create this puzzle, my boss did. And he's like, here, try and do this. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, okay. And then I did it in one shot and he's like, because it was not what he expected at all. So I'm going to attack this guy. I'm going to run away. I have both of these guys coming at me. That's fine. Yo, Somber, welcome in. And we're going to go back in time again. I still have 2 rewinds, which is what I want. We're waiting over here with her. She's going to draw that one's. Then she's going to draw the next ones. It's a very interesting way to do this. But again, you only have to cross the breach. You don't have to kill anyone. Now she's going to attack them. Perfect. I'm going to run around this guy. Perfect. We're going to come up here. This guy's going to come towards me. Come on. I'm going to knock him down with my knockback ability. I'm going to run behind him and put a teleport. And there you go. That's it. Easy peasy. I didn't even use any of my mana. I didn't kill anyone. I just went behind everyone and used my echoes as bait and then just walked around people. Easy. We only have 1 teleport. This level's very, very difficult. How am I doing this? I can't remember. I'm probably going to fail this a couple of times. Ideally, you want to get at least 1 hit on these guys. That's not good. Yeah, see, this is already bad. Morning. Usually, I try to get at least 1 hit on that, but I needed to get further away. I can get another hit here, but there's just... I have the ability to go in... Oh, okay. The other one has also my soul, so I should be able to kill him. And get that other soul. Let me just do you. Knocked him down. I need all these guys coming towards me. Oh, they're not all coming. That's a little on the rude side. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Not gonna work. I'm dead. Oh no, I had to teleport. Right. Let's see. If I do you and attack you guys like that. I need the orb to come in clutch. He's dead. I have a little bit of mana here. Okay, we're fine. I was able to clutch this, but that was really bad. I can't recreate that. That was awful. That was legit awful. I got enough mana to kill these guys to actually kind of win, but it was really not... That was not pretty. Not pretty. I wish I could analyze what we did. So what happened? Okay, if I was going to analyze that... So let's have a quick look here. Originally, this level only had the 3 plagues, and the way I did it before was it was very difficult. We have the 2 bone walkers. They give us 2 souls. That allowed me to use the orb that instantly hits their back, which was pretty much the biggest clutch we could do. I got a free hit on one of these while they were still trying to pay. They're trying to notice me in the first place. Sometimes it takes them a little while to see you, and so they won't instantly run at you. So I was able to get that hit on him. I also had my teleport that saved me. I did the knockback ability to get a couple of more hits in, but the main thing was the fact that the undead give me, the bone walkers give me souls so I can use the orb, and then once these guys start dying, one of them gave me a soul, so I was able to use the shadow form ability to go invisible and lose my aggro, and the other one gave me a spirit, and I was able to use that as a root. And so all of those combined allowed me to solve this. Okay, so what do we got here? This challenge is going to change night and day 10 times faster. And we have to save Lord Uramil over here with 25 guys. Now there's a sneaky little lesser moonstone here, and I'm going to show you how to use it, because typically you wouldn't be able to. Now, since night falls every 15 seconds, you want to go very quick to get as much mana as possible from these enemies, because it's going to be very hard to kill the bone walkers and get any mana when the night falls. Did I not kill you? I thought I killed you. Okay, now that we have this, we have all of the mana. Now these guys are way too far past that wall. So what I need to do is drop a fire spirit here. That's going to pull them all the way back. That's going to pull them all the way back. And what I want to do is split them. So I split them right there. I put one in here, one in here. Now this is a big brain play. You don't have to do that. I could have let them all go across here, but then you only have so many trees on this side. Let's go back down to our body. We'll take on the rest of these. Darkstone, welcome in. How you doing? Bosh, how you doing today? What is up? Hopefully you're having a good one. Okay, so night falls again. We got a little bit more mana here. I'm gonna drop another one over here. That should take care of all of these guys. They're gonna go up the long way, but there's 9 of them, so there's actually a little too many. I'm gonna drop another fire spirit here. There's one guy that lived because there's 11 on this side. I didn't split them perfectly, and I still need to kill the rest of these enemies. So let me just come over here and kill these guys. And that is probably the easiest way to do this level. The easiest way to do this level. They're all dead. We're just waiting for these guys to run up. I can actually just drop some fire spirits here if I want. You're all good? No, it's fine. It was half broken anyways. I just sent it on its last journey. Damn, Andy. Just wait for the 100% platinum walkthrough video coming out soon. It's coming out soon, Bosh. Saying that after Spartan coach Andy on Slay the Spire. Oh my god, Neri. You're getting ganked. Which mission are you on now, Andy? Andy made it really far, by the way. Like Andy is getting ganked, like he said, like near the end of the game. So it's not like he's early on or anything like that. Like he made it through a lot. Okay. So this level again rises and sets 10 times faster, and we're trying to save Amanan here. The first timeline of everything, we want to get as much mana as possible, so we're going to go up the left side and try and take out as many of those bone walkers with these villagers as we possibly can. So it's daytime right now. Every 20 seconds it's going to change back and forth, so let's go kill these guys. It's really funny watching the sun rise and set, because you're going to see it just go so fast across the sky. Where was it? I'm not sure where the sun is. Oh, I think it's starting to set. It's starting to set. These guys are coming on me. Get away from me. Okay, perfect. So we're full up on mana, but Amanan is well, not about to die, but we're gonna go back in time anyways. We got lots of mana. Yo, McLovin, welcome in. How you doing? What are we gonna do here? Let me drop a fire spirit here and drop a tree there. Perfect. Pull them back. Nice. Okay, that's good. What do I want to do here? I could close the wall and drop these guys over here, but that's still gonna leave 22 of them, so that's a little too many. There's 8 guys over here. I have a little bit more mana coming in, so I can actually drop a tree there, and I can activate the moonstone for any mana that's around the map. As you can see, there's mana very far away from here, so the moonstone's actually going to draw it in so that I can absorb it, since we're kind of flush out of mana right now. So let's do that, and we'll go back. Rewatching it, episode 44. Nice. We didn't make you a toddler safe controller. Does orichalcum is a real thing, Neri. Orichalcum's a real thing. Okay, let's go back in time. Now let's see, if I pause, we can actually see time distortion. We can see what's going on. So these guys are dead. These guys are dead. These guys are dead. Not these guys are dead. Oh, there's one more group. I didn't even see these. I'm going to maybe close the wall and send them backwards, but we're going to have to wait for that. These groups are dead. Of these ones, we only killed 11 of them. So there's still more that we can do. I can draw them in over here with a fire spirit and see how we do that. Captain Cassie, good morning. How you doing? Let's come over here. I'm going to drop a fire spirit between these two trees. I'm going to drop a fire spirit between these two trees. You just beat Act 4. Yo, Andy, congrats. You only got a few levels left. I think 3 levels, actually. GG's, Andy. Possess that plague. Okay, so what I want to do is close this wall before they get through. Okay. Then I'm going to activate 2 of these. Oh, Leeroy's Bloodbath. I'm actually surprised I got that in this level. So this is one of the miscellaneous trophies that's going to happen at some point in while you do the challenges. You just have to kill 30 enemies in less than 20 seconds. It usually happens on a level we're about to get to, but I guess it can happen in this level now too. A couple of changes there. I'll have to make notes of that. I think there's one more mana I can get here. Okay, we're gonna use this. I'm gonna drop a fire spirit here. We're gonna pull these guys in. Do I do this without any of my guys dying? Oh, maybe not. Come on, pull aggro. Run away from the villager. Don't kill him. Actually, I think we're fine. We got it. Easy. None of them, they all lived. You're alive, Captain Cass. Did you have a busy day yesterday? I'll be here lurking while I make breakfast. No worries, McLovin. Look at all these trophies pop. This is like a trophy hunter's dream. Okay, so we have 3 of the big guys over here. We have to kill all of these enemies. We only have a little bit of mana at our disposal, and then each one of these gives us more. So ideally, the trees here, we kind of want to deal with maybe the guy on the left here first. I'm gonna have to try and draw the guy on the right around a little bit. I used to do this a bit differently, but we did change the way this level worked a while ago. There didn't used to be that giant ridge on the right there. It used to be kind of a path you can walk up, and now you have to use the Void Stone to get there. You have no idea which one? You got 99 the other day. I was hungry. Yeah, Bosch? Man, that's a lot of cannolis. The one against them in the little arena? Maybe. I just did that one. That one was rough. So if I drop this tree right here, that's going to knock this guy. He's going to get hit. He's going to get hit. I can teleport to the other side of him. Now, I guess I could do this. Let me just Earth Spirit him. This is going to refresh. And then I can hit him. Now, the thing is, I wish I can get this guy easily from here, but I don't think I can hit it. Oh, I can hit his back. Nice. Perfect. I got his back there. Now, the thing is, we have that guy in the middle there, too. I have enough mana for that to work. The only thing is I can't get his back again. I could knock him down. The thing is, we want to make sure we have enough time to actually get this done. That's the biggest problem. It's a time crunch. It's a time crunch. When you know what you're doing, these guys are actually not that scary, but they can be quite ridiculous. Now, did I do this correctly? I'm not sure. Let me go back in time. I could probably we have 3 mana right now. He might dive just from these trees, but I don't know if there's enough time for this. We're gonna see. I'm very curious. We gave a little bit more mana in here, trying to make them slightly easier than they used to be, because these guys used to be very tricky. The one against them in the little arena, I actually almost died on, Andy. It was very tricky. I feel like this level used to not be in snow. This level was in snow. It was always in snow. It was always in snow. So right now, I used my mana to kill that first one. That's why we went back in time. Now, the thing is there enough time for the 80 seconds for my Echo to do her work? That's the other thing. So there's a lot of tricky stuff with the challenges, in the sense that you want to use your time rewind, but you want to use it effectively. A lot of the times, if you use every single rewind, you're going to run out of time, because every time you go back in time, it's not like the time resets. So if I go back in time and then there's a minute left, you have to make sure that your Echo can complete her entire run in that minute. If you pause the game with the touchpad, you can press X to expand everything that happens. It would be interesting if there was a timer to tell you how long the Echo lasted, But other than that, like, we have the bar, which tells you how long, but it doesn't actually give you a number value, which I guess we could possibly add, but maybe it's too much information that you don't necessarily need. It would come in handy for challenges that are time-based, but it wouldn't really matter for the actual gameplay, like in the campaign. So interesting ideas. There you go, Devil's Ridge, challenge 1. You have to be very efficient and effective with what you're doing all the time. There's not that many enemies, but it's very similar to the actual campaign level. But you want to use your time rewinds very efficiently here, or else you're going to run out of time. My favorite type of challenges are challenging challenges. Very difficult. I should have used a different word, Devilman. Very difficult challenge. It's not as difficult as the one in Newrisen with the plagues, but we're gonna kill both of those guys. Let's see what do we got here. Let me pause. I want to go up here with the void stones to get more mana, and ideally attack these guys from the ground. But what I think I'm gonna do is I have to use some of my mana. I'm gonna activate that. I'm gonna activate that. I'm also gonna activate this. Let's go back down. That's gonna kill most of those guys on the left here with the trees as we fling them across. And as they die and release mana, it's going to go to the moonstone that I just activated on the right there. So let me go through the portals over here. I don't know how to find it. Well, I mean, if you go to the challenges inside the main menu, it should be there, I guess. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back in time now. I have a little bit more mana here. I'm going to activate all of the trees in the back here, which should kill most of these guys. But now I have to kill 10 Bone Walkers by myself, and we only have 50 seconds left. Let me get a little bit more mana here. I probably have to use a Fire Spirit also in order to kill the remaining guys over there. I have a little bit of mana here. I'm probably gonna have to use my knockback ability, my teleports. I need, oh, there you go. That last little bit of mana here, that's very good. So I have to kill these guys. This might be a bit tricky. I'm gonna knock these guys back, maybe teleport, a little bit more mana here, that's good. I'm gonna knock these guys down, let my mana recharge. We have 25 seconds left. I'm gonna kill these guys. Add a little bit more mana, so it's not bad. I'm gonna drop a Fire Spirit here, drop a Fire Spirit here. Is there anyone else alive? Everyone else is dead. I think that's it. 10 seconds remaining. So again, tight challenge. Wait, who's alive? Who's alive? There was time distortion. Boom, dead. Almost lost. I'm like, who's alive? I think it's because I attacked these enemies so quickly, they actually got aggroed a little bit on top of the hill. And it caused a little bit of time distortion, making my Echo not kill one of them. Okay, so this level is one of my favorites because it took me a long time to figure out the best optimal way to do this. I love this level just because of my solution. This is the level I usually get the bloodbath on, because you have to kill 30 enemies in 20 seconds, which you'll kill plenty of them in 20 seconds. So, we're gonna kill these guys, we're gonna get mana. They have only souls. 3 souls. What we're gonna do, instantly, I'm gonna drop an orb, a death orb, that's gonna go down this path over here, okay? And I'm gonna attack it. Attacking air, for no reason, because it auto-aims anything that comes within range of it. So these enemies, you need to group together. What I used to do in this level is go up here, attack them to bring them closer, go over here, attack them, and then on my last timeline, I would do an orb and try and attack them all together. Silly. You gotta think outside the box in TimeMelters. You gotta think outside the box in TimeMelters. So we're gonna kill these guys. They're all gonna die. I'm gonna drop this orb over here. Boom, boom. So now this orb is gonna go, and we're just gonna attack it. Seems weird? Seems weird, but remember, when an enemy comes within range of this, it instantly auto-attacks it. It instantly auto-aims it. So we're gonna attack this. We're gonna attack this. Peas, how you doing? You're top on PSN profiles? I better be. Let's go. We're attacking this. We're attacking this. I'm gonna wait till I get kind of close enough to the group at the back. Also, I wish this thing flew nice and softly, but I kind of missed my aim up a little bit. That's fine. So the one thing you have to realize about the Drain Life is that it goes through walls. Not when you're attacking it normally, but when you're attacking it through the orb, it goes through walls, and it's a very key feature because when it doesn't go through walls, it means you tend to miss when the orb. That's a quality of life improvement. That's not a bug. That's a feature. A quality of life improvement. Now, what I need to do is come all the way over here. I'm gonna mess this up a little bit. I was too enthralled in my strat. I need to take my wolf form, sprint all the way over here ahead of my other person, and then I need to draw these guys in. So I'm going to attack all these guys. You also make sure you want to hit the guy in the back right because he doesn't always aggro. Now we're going to run backwards. Oh, I got stuck. The orbs here. Let me knock them down. Let me start attacking these guys. There you go. Everyone's dead. Now I attack. Now I help kill these guys, and there you go. That was the strat. That was the strat. Easy peasy. That would have given me Leeroy's bloodbath also, but okay. So what do we got here? What do we got here? So now sometimes on the levels you actually get a perk to pick. I'm gonna take Fiery Mark because when you have no spirit mana, you get an extra bonus attack, and that's what we really want because I want to kill these pawns fast. We don't get any time rewind, and we can't use the Void Stone to go down. So the fact that you have no time rewind is the thing that makes it a little bit more tricky. Our main concern is getting enough mana to save Ammonan and kill the plague there. So what I want to do is put a teleport back up here because I want to go all the way down this way, kill as many enemies as possible, but I want to be able to teleport back to the Moonstone so I can absorb all the mana. So what is our goal? We need to get mana. We need to save him. I need to get 6 mana in order to save Ammonan. We need to use basically the combo is a Fire Spirit and a tree. So a Fire Spirit costs 2 mana and a tree costs 1. So we need 6 mana total in order to save Ammonan, and we need to do it quick because he's running head first into death. So I kill these guys. This is going to give us some mana here. We're going to fly up into Spirit Sight. We're going to zoom all the way over here, and I need to activate a tree. And I need to drop a Fire Spirit right next to it. That's going to draw these guys all the way over here. Now the thing is, I wasn't able to activate the Moonstone or get any extra mana, and I forgot to put the teleport. So I'm going to drop it right there. It'll be closer than... It's not exactly as close as I would like, but it's better than nothing. So we're going to attack this guy now. We're going to get the rest of these guys dead. Yo, Malk, thank you very much for the resub. I really appreciate that. How you doing? 48 months. I really, really appreciate that. Hopefully you're doing well. Do you plan on getting the plat for my game, TimeMelters? Okay, now what we want to do is bring these guys backwards. Fire Spirit in the back here. I'm going to activate this tree. This is going to draw them away from Ammonan instead of towards Ammonan. And now what I really need to do is zoom back up to the top here. I'm going to actually activate this tree. So it's going to kill everyone underneath here. It's going to release 5 mana. And then I'm going to activate this tree, this Moonstone. Now, Ammonan's getting attacked. There's not much I could have done about that. The tree kills a few of them. The Fire Spirit kills a few of them. Ammonan is strong enough to actually just kill these guys, but he can't kill like 8 of them. He can kill like 1 or 2. He can't kill 5, he can't kill 8, but he can kill 1 or 2, which is exactly what we need. Let's go back down here. I'm going to teleport back to my body, which isn't that far away, but it will save me a little bit of time. I need to run back to the Moonstone to get as much mana as possible so that I can actually complete this challenge without having to go back in time. Very, very, very good point. Very good point. So now, how do we deal with the plague without going back? Without going down here? Last time we did go down here, but I'm going to show you the trick that I usually use. So let's see. We draw this guy in here with the Fire Spirit. Now the trick for this is you need to use these 3 trees to do them. You need 7 mana for this. You do 2 for the Fire Spirit here, plus the 1 for the tree. That's 3. Then you have 1 tree here, that's 4, and then another 3 for this one. But what you have to do, the trick is, you have to let him run into the tree and then start getting hit. Then you drop a Fire Spirit here. That'll change his aggro direction to the side. He gets hit. He gets a hit with the Fire Spirit. Now he's going to run to the side over there and go directly into the tree because he's a dummy. He is just bloodthirsty. Something hits him, he runs towards it. But you have to be careful about when you place it, or else it just won't work the way you want. Of course, I had enough mana. I could put a Fire Spirit here. I could put a Fire Spirit there. I can bring them around the map with Fire Spirits. But if you have a limited amount of mana, then you want to think smartly about how you do it. All right, we get another perk. Let's see. Which one do I want to pick? I think I want the trees. No, I want the extra fire shots. I want the fire blood. Fire blood. Let's do it. Okay, so this challenge is a bit different. So the main thing with this level is we need to save Ammonan. In like, it also doesn't say in like 20 or 30 seconds they all start running towards him, because right now they're kind of stationary. So we need to get mana in order to activate trees, put Fire Spirits, and kill all of these guys running towards him. Now the thing is, how do we get mana? Well, we need to see all of the enemies in my way. So there's a very interesting way to do this one. As you can see, there's a Void Stone here, and we have the 4th spell. You can't see it behind me, but the 4th spell's right here. It's the Void Stone. So we're able to go back. Actually, want to know what would have helped? Maybe that extra fire shot with no mana. That would have been nice. Although I almost always have mana, so who knows? Okay, so I have 1 soul here. I need to get a 2nd soul, but what I really need is to get the two mana in these guys, because I need to use the Void Spirit. I need 2 mana to use the Void Spirit to get to the other side of the map, and then I'm going to show you what I do to get as much mana as possible. Then there's also one more thing that we need to do for this. That's going to be very useful. So I could start attacking these guys, but there's not really much of a reason to do this. Ammonan's getting attacked now. Oh yeah, that is that too for sure. Okay, I can try and get a little bit more mana here just to help me a little bit, but I don't think it really matters that much. I'm gonna just attack these guys, but I don't know how much time distortion I'm gonna be making with this. Okay, let's go back in time. Perfect. Now, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna activate my Void Stone. We're gonna go to the other side. Boom, over here. You asked for 1 more fire shot, but Ignite the Night isn't even there anymore. I could do that for you guys later. I can do that for you guys later. Okay, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna get a little bit more mana. I'm gonna drop a teleport here so I can get back all the way over here. My battery is low. Typical duo stream. Okay, so now I have plenty of mana. What we're gonna do is drop a orb here, and then we're gonna follow it and try and kill every single one of these enemies. The best thing about the orb is that it's just a continuous stream of extra damage, but you need to keep up with it. And the drain life makes you slow down too much, so I want to use the drain life to kill things faster, but at the same time, I definitely want to keep up with my orb. So I'm switching back and forth between Spirit Strike and the orb, and look at that. I'm fighting these guys with my Echo. Very nice, very nice. I want to keep some of my drain life. There you go, we're good now, we're good. Perfect. Now, we have to save Ammonan. I have plenty of mana here. Let's go back in time. I'm going to pause the game and show you what's up now, because there's one thing that you probably didn't even notice. One thing you probably didn't even notice is that there's a group of enemies on the left here that has a bunch of mana too, because 10 mana, it's not enough to save Ammonan. That's why I put a teleport spot over here. As you can see, my little T here. So my Echoes both killed every enemy along this path with the orbs and stuff like that, so I was able to get a bunch of mana. Now we have to use that mana to try and save that. It's been years since I've had it, but from what I remember, yeah, it's good. Unfortunately, no HEBs near you anymore. They started building some more in Dallas, but not close enough. Okay, so we need to add some trees here, but what I really need to do is put some fire spirits. So my first fire spirit I add is actually very has extra shots, so I want to put them kind of in the back there because I want that one to last a little bit longer. Okay, I put trees in this. I need to put some guy down here too. Okay, so we're using a lot of mana here. That's good. I think I still have like 2 time rewinds, or at least 1 time rewind. Is that gonna be enough? Oh, okay, I want to save my mana for now because I need to kill the other groups to get 10 more mana. So let's see, let me go back in time right now. We sort of saved them, sort of didn't. I have 1 more time rewind after this. We're gonna teleport, whoop, all the way over here. I'm gonna help kill these guys just because they're in my way. Actually, I could have waited a little bit longer. There's a mana over there I wasn't able to absorb, but that's kind of too bad for me right now. We're gonna come this way. I'm gonna come kill these guys. I have a little bit more mana in order to use another orb. And actually, by the time my reset, my cooldown comes, I might actually be good. But what I might do is drop a fire spirit over here. And this is why everyone says the game kind of feels like Brutal Legends, because Brutal Legends had a very similar kind of camera angle when you're using abilities and stuff with the real-time strategy. Okay, so we're gonna use the orb here. We're gonna quickly kill these guys. Gonna get all of this mana, and we're gonna go back in time again. Now I have to save Ammonan because I have no more time rewinds and we're at the end. But I've picked up almost all of the mana that I could. So let's come all the way over here. I'm gonna activate this tree to get these guys. I'm gonna drop a fire spirit up here to draw in any people from there, and I have to make sure that I drop a fire spirit down this way just to draw any more people here, because I'm pretty sure I have the fire spirit there, I have the fire spirit here. That's gonna draw these guys in, and then they're gonna equally get pulled in by that one. I put a fire spirit up here to draw them to the trees. Oh, they didn't even go to this one. Well, that's really annoying. Okay, and let's see, I'm gonna drop another one here, and I think that's actually it.
Too many of them.
Okay, Ammonan got a couple of people on him. I can drop a fire spirit here and maybe a earth spirit also to stop them. And I think that's about it. That should be that. Anything else? I think everyone's dead. There you go. Easy. been a few years, Captain Casa. Does Eminem know he is being bullied in this game? Imagine. So this one's a little bit more puzzly and a little less fighty. There's a lot of time. Well, there's not that much time in this one, and this is very different. If we look at the description, with most spells unavailable, kill all enemies before the time runs out. On the last timeline, you will get teleported near the Greater Moonstone. So there's this big beam of light basically telling you you're going to get teleported over here. Sometimes you have to jump into these levels to understand what's going to happen. So I have all of these trees, but I have no mana, and we have to kill a plague. But if you can see here, there's 2 bone walkers with mana inside of them. So I'm going to get the ability to use 2 trees. So let's see what we do. I'm going to attack this guy, and we're going to use ourselves as bait as usual. And I'm going to try and live as long as possible, just to give my Echo enough time to get behind it and kill it. Actually, you actually did this one. Yo, Andy, GG's, man. GG's. That's good. So we're going to come all the way down here. I need to last as long as possible just to give my Echo enough time to get a couple of hits in. Let's go back in time. Now we're going to wait. We're going to wait. I still haven't come up to the one that you couldn't do, Andy. Without breaking the controller? That came later, Sonny. That came later. So he's going to get pulled in. I'm going to get this guy in the back. Now he's stayed aggro to her until she disappears. That's why I wanted to last as long as possible. Oh, he actually switched. Oh, he switched only because, it was closer for him to go the other way. That doesn't usually happen. I guess usually I hit him all the way over here. Now my big problem is, at this point I would have went back in time, but I have to bring him back to the trees. So I might as well do that. Now we have 60 seconds left. Now, last timeline, I get teleported over here. Close enough to kill these guys, because before there's no way to get to them. So we kill them, and now we wait. I never knew, so I could stand by it and I won't attack me. Well, the thing is, once it's aggroed to something, it just keeps going. Once it's aggroed to something, it'll stay aggroed on that unless you get like within touching distance, Andy. If you get within touching distance, it will aggro to you. But if you stay kind of far away and it's aggroed on something else, it's it's dead. Or it's not gonna go to you. So we have to escort the keepers, the 3 keepers, to their respective spots. I do not believe, yeah, there's no extra enemies that come down the middle now. So this is a bit different than the main campaign level, but I think this is actually might be a little bit easier than the main campaign, but you have 1 time rewind instead of 3, so you have to be extra careful about how you do this. I'm willing to be that finance class. Will not instruct Andy to buy as many controllers as he wants. So the main difference here is that instead of having 3 time rewinds or 2 time rewinds, you only have 1. So no 3 echoes. So we have to kind of save 2 of these in one shot compared to what you normally would do when you play this regularly. So I probably shouldn't have gone to this. I could probably save them all in one without using the time rewind. So my main trick here actually is to drop a fire spirit here. That will draw all those guys down to this tree. It'll save her. She also sprints, which is the craziest thing. She sprints like a maniac to the front, whereas everyone else is kind of walking very slowly. So she's sprinting like a maniac, and I have to really keep up with her. She also has the least amount of health. She has the least amount of health, and she's the one moving the fastest. She's crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Anyways, so we activate this tree, drop another fire spirit underneath, and again, I'm gonna have to probably earth spirit this. Knock you guys down, drop a fire spirit. So that's the main problem with this level, is that you have suicidal people. Also, I didn't attack a couple of groups here, but that's fine. Amanan over here is getting attacked, but he's very strong. He can take on the 4 that were over here that I didn't bother attacking. So this one's actually pretty easy, but the other ones are going to get a lot more challenging. So this one, we're on one of the towers ourselves. There's no way that we can shoot anything. So we have to do everything. We have to save everyone. Even harder than the last time with more enemies, but only using our spells. Anyways, what are we doing for this level? I am flying up into the air. The moonstone activates automatically in this level, and we have to use all our spells to save people. So how do we do this with only our spells? Before I was able to run around and kill enemies, so now we have to be extra careful. But there's no night day night for this, because that only really changes our main shots. So we do start with a fair amount of mana here. I can drop a fire spirit to trade 2 mana to get 4 more. And again, my trick over here, if I drop a fire spirit up this way, activate this tree. I have to be very careful though, because this is going to bring them a little bit closer. So I'm going to get these guys to come in. I have to use an earth spirit to save her. I might have to use like 2. Okay, what's going to happen here? They're dead. Okay, he's running towards them. She's going to attack 1. Oh. I don't know if that's going to kill him. We'll see what happens. Okay, that's good enough for now. I have to go back in time. We'll see what we can do. This is the interesting one. Okay, let's go back in time. I have a fair amount of mana again. Let's go back up. I'm going to save this one last. I'm going to drop a fire spirit here and then see who comes to attack it. They're going to come in. I should probably activate this tree also because I don't want them to kill my tree. Okay, so that's going to do 1. There's 4 more charges there. I have to drop another fire spirit here. Okay, so that gets all 4 of them there. That's going to draw them in here. We're going to get even more mana. And then we have 5 guys here. I can drop a fire spirit up this way to kill these guys. That's going to get me even more mana. Once these guys are all dead, we're going to go back in time, get all of the mana left, and then we're going to kill the last group on the right here. So it's mainly about figuring out how you can kill these guys, getting the mana, coming back up. There's still one guy that's not quite dead. He's all the way over there. I could probably Earth Spirit him again, and it would be all right. Although, oh, no, now there you go. Everything else is fine. Perfect. Amazing. So now we can overload the last little group here with a crazy amount of fire spirits. So if I drop 1 here, they're going to shoot them. I'm going to drop 1 here, and I'm going to drop another one over here. That should be enough to kill all of them. They actually changed directions. Interesting. Done. Now we just have to wait for our Echo to kind of kill everything else. Our Echoes are dropping fire spirits over here. They're dropping fire spirits over here. You can see them kind of flying around everywhere, which is really cool. These guys are going to die anyways. Perfect. There you go, Hawkden's Outpost. So this one is by far the hardest. I think we have no time rewinds in this. We have to save all 3 Echoes. So you have to be very... Actually, there might be 1 time rewind in this. No, I have no time rewinds. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to put a teleport over there. I need to come over here. It's going to be very tricky. It's going to be very tricky. I need to attack these ones. I have 59 seconds to do all this. I might have to do this a couple times. This one is actually tricky. The fact that I have no time rewind makes it very hard. So we're going to kill all of these guys. I have that teleport right there, so we're going to teleport over there very quickly. I need to get all of this mana. Okay, teleport, boom. Let's turn around here. I'm going to go kill these guys, get that mana. We have to be very quick here. We have to be very, very quick here. And there's, I don't know if there's a better way to do this. I've never actually solved that sort of situation. But yeah, this one's going to be tight. So I'm going to drop the fire spirit here like my nice little combo. We're going to activate the tree here. Very nice. These guys are all going to die. I'm waiting for that fire spirit. There you go. You always want to wait for the fire spirit to get the first attack in so that it pulls the aggro. I have 11 seconds left, which is the biggest problem about this entire thing. I do not have a lot of time. Okay, what I want to do, we need to kill these guys. I need that mana very quickly right now. I need to drop a orb, and now I use the drain life to kill these guys. That's my big problem. I need to use the drain life to kill these guys. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Fire spirit, tree. Knock these guys down. Another fire spirit here. Double tap that. The end of this level is very hectic. The end of this level is very hectic. The rest of it is all basically setting up the end. Like, you're just trying to do everything very quick and like, ooh. So these are death breathers. They kind of spawn undead the longer you let them last there. And what we need to do is hit them in the chest. And so typically in the main game, there's only 4 of them in solo. But in this challenge, you have 5 of them. So there's one all the way in the back here. And that's going to be quite tricky. The main thing you want to do for a lot of these challenges, or at least in this one, you have to be very quick. We have to dispel them all at the same time. So as I hit this guy, he's going to have 20 seconds of him being down. So I have a lot of mana in here, so let's use it. I want to put fire spirits basically everywhere because I can't really kill these undead pretty fast, but my fire spirits can. So while I'm not getting attacked, We're gonna just slowly run through all of here. We're gonna add trees. I'm gonna use all the abilities I have at my disposal to try and not die here. The longer I go, the more these guys spawn up. I'm gonna knock these guys back. And now I don't really care about what's going on here. I just need to make sure that the last 3 here are knocked down at the same time, because well, guess what? I can go back in time. As I go back in time, my Echo is gonna run around and do exactly what I just did. So right now, all I have to really do is chill in the background and watch my Echo do her work. And make sure that these guys stay hit. So that's basically it. All the work I did in the first timeline is what is going to do the winning for me. All I'm doing now is support. And this works again for the 3rd challenge, mainly because I did this so optimally. Had I made a mistake here, I would have 1 extra timeline to kind of save myself. But you need to do it this way in the 3rd challenge, and you basically need to do this way in the 2nd challenge. Well, in the 2nd challenge, because you only have 1 time rewind. So that's it. Easy peasy. I just kind of did support in the background, but that's what happens when you go back in time, right? Now this challenge, we need to escape the cemetery in 75 seconds. It's filled with corrupted villagers, which means they are very resistant to all of our attacks. Our main objective is to distract them. We can't kill these enemies, and we have to escape here in 75 seconds. We have a couple of graveyards we can build up. We have some trees, and then we have nothing for these 2 enemies. So what we need to do is kind of distract them. So check this out. There's a ton of mana here though, so nothing too bad here. We're gonna raise up the undead. We infuse a spirit into the cemetery there that raises the undead here. We're going to activate this tree, and we're gonna draw in these guys. A couple of graveyards. How many people die in a small village? No, this is the entire countryside, Yona. The entire countryside. Oh, is there? No, there's 5 guys. Okay, so all of them are there. They're gonna get killed. Now what I want to do is drop a fire spirit over here on the side. You can see them on the left over there. I'm going to drop a fire spirit over here. That's going to draw them away from me so I can run through here. I'm going to do the exact same thing at the top here for these guys in front of me. That's going to draw them away from me. And then as I come this way, we're going to activate the graveyard over here to raise more undead. That's going to distract the last couple of guys, and then we just run home free. Home free. There you go, 5 guys, yeah, right? Only 5 guys. The tree can only handle 5 guys, Big Steak. And we have 10 seconds left. A very tight challenge, but you basically, you use the stuff at your disposal, draw in enemies, draw them away from you, activate the graveyards, run through stuff. It's all about distraction, all about distraction. Shoot all 5, 1 echo. So this is the exact same challenge, although actually, no, it's not the same. This challenge is different because there's different configurations for enemies. There's different configurations for enemies. I think there's actually... Oh no, we changed it again. Okay, never mind. It's all different. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So how are we going to do this? Actually, I need to figure this out. How am I doing this? There's a lot more enemies here, and I have Drain Life. So I'm going to have to actually use my Drain Life to kill these guys, because there's just way too many of them. So we're going to kill all these. I still have a fair amount of mana, so I'm still going to do mostly my main trick here, but we're going to change it a little bit for what we do afterwards. I'm going to have to use an orb, or I'm probably going to use an orb. We have more Drain Life here, which is fantastic. I have a lot of mana, so we're going to drop another Fire Spirit here. So the majority of everything we're doing is going to be very similar, but we are going to change it up just a little bit. We're going to change it up just a little bit, because I'm going to drop an orb here. And then I'm going to run with it and just attack everything with that. That should hit them. We're gonna kill stuff. There you go. Now we go back in time. So that one changed it up a little bit. It might have made it even easier too. But again, when you don't know what you're doing, it does make things a little bit harder. But yeah, the Drain Life, the orb, helps a lot. The fact that it auto-aims everything, I was able to kill almost everything on the other side. And again, all I'm doing is playing support here. So it was a bit different just because we have different spells at our disposal, but it didn't necessarily make it any harder. The fact that we only have 1 time rewind probably doesn't help things if you're not used to it. It might take people a couple of times to do this anyways. The best thing about the Drain Life is that there's no auto aim for it, but it is definitely instant, which is really nice. You don't have to wait for the travel time. So our Echo is going to go here. She's going to drop that Death Orb. I could also follow her and kind of help out, but what I think I need to do is re-hit these guys. So I'm gonna hit you. I have to go kind of fast. There you go. Done. You have indeed. You hear you broke a controller? Oh, man. There's another one. This one is a bit tricky. So we have... When you turn around, there's a bunch of enemies coming towards Ammonen. So we have a bunch of villagers coming this way that we need to kill to get mana to help us kill the other dudes, okay? These guys all have spirits. These guys have spirits. We want to activate this greater moonstone so that we can get the mana from these guys. And then we kind of... Yeah, it's going to be a bit tricky. So I need to come in through here. We're going to use... I don't have Drain Life either, so we're going to have to try and kill these guys. Let's go down here. Let's see what else I can do. I'm going to run up forward, and we'll see what else we can do with my mana. They're expensive. They are expensive. I definitely lost in my own game, but it was bound to happen. Some of these challenges can be pretty tricky, and I have to think of a better solution for that because Fire Spirits did not cut it, apparently. Okay, so let's do all these. I definitely need to activate this. Wrong button. So I'm trying to go too fast now. Okay, so... You know, I have to do it this way. While this mana comes in... There's no souls. I thought we had souls in this level. But apparently we don't. So I'm going to try and get a little bit of mana. I'm going to use this to try and take these guys out. But I have to be very careful to absorb all this before it disappears. These guys are coming in also, so I have to be very careful here. I need to stop them from killing my dudes while I also kill these ones. Okay, so they're not aggroed yet. I'm going to come back over here and deal with these guys. Okay, that deals with everything over there. Now, the problem is I need to kill these guys without... Oh, don't die. Okay, whew. This might be tricky. There's a lot of dudes coming in now, but I'm going to have a bunch of mana, so we're going to drop tons of fire spirits here. But I can kind of almost see them coming up. Just kind of waiting for this mana. There's one over there I wasn't able to get. Should be fine, though. Hopefully. So these guys are all dead. We're waiting for these ones to come in. Yo, Nigel, welcome in. Game is good. Duo was one of the devs that worked on this. Yes. Zombie Master, how you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. It's nice to see you. Okay, what do we want to do? I'm going to drop this here. We're going to just basically drop a bunch of fire spirits. That's our main strat. Fire spirits galore. Okay, let's attack these. I'm going to knock you guys back down and drop another fire spirit here. Just unload the fire spirits, knock them down, and we're good. Perfect. Okay, so the main trick was to use my mana right away to deal with the pawns that were going to Ammonen. This level is... Our main concern is the 16 of these guys. Although, actually, I think this one got rebalanced also. Yeah, this one got rebalanced also. This one used to be a lot trickier. We have a lot of mana there. I'm pretty sure I need to use that mana to activate the 3 trees here to help Ammonen. Okay, so here, this is what we're going to do. I get 2 mana from these guys. I have to quickly kill these 2 so that I can use the 2 mana to Void Stone. I'm going to Void Stone to come over here and save Ammonen from dying. I'm going to use these 2 mana to go over here and raise up these 2 graveyards to kill these undead so I get enough mana so that I can come back over here and kill the 16 corrupted, which are going to be the biggest problem. Okay, so that's the main plan for this one. We're going to come over here, drain life, got to kill these guys very quickly so that I can Void Stone instantly. Yeah, I know you said help. I'm coming, Ammonen. The biggest problem with this is that I can't get here fast enough. We go through the blue one, and now I have to drain life again. Okay, so Ammonen did take out... He did lose a lot of health, but he's fine now. We're going to zoom over here with our Spirit Sight, and I'm going to distract these guys. I don't necessarily need their mana. I just need to distract them so that I can come through the yellow portal and absorb all the mana here. Because there's already mana coming in. You don't want to engage these guys, they're going to kill you. So let's fly up into the air. Now I need to come back over here. They're just past this, but I have enough mana that I can drop a fire spirit behind them. I'm going to make them run back through. Oh, come on. Oh, there you go. I'm going to make them run back through, and then I activate the 2 of these. And I could probably put another fire spirit here. I need to kill at least one of them without a tree. Let's go back down. We'll be able to get a little bit more mana here. We had enough undead to actually kill most of these guys So that's actually pretty boss. I can kill the remainder of these. Now we'll go back through the portal over to the blue. Where's the blue one? There's the blue one. The blue one is always the base of, is your home base. Or at least the closest to your home base. I don't think I needed to do that. I think there's one, yeah, there's one guy that survived, but he's gonna get pelted with fire spirits so bad that he's just dead. So this one's all about the orb. There's two bone walkers here that just give us soul mana. And what we're gonna do is drop an orb that kind of goes off in this direction. The orb just moves forward and we're going to keep attacking it as I run away from enemies. And then we're going to use it in every subsequent timeline, okay? So what I'm going to do is come here, I'm going to attack these guys. I can use the Drain Life because I'm going to get it back anyways from the orbs. Then we're going to fly up into the air. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to drop this orb in this direction. Okay, let's go back down. The orb is coming this direction now. And we're going to start attacking. Now, I'm going to use my main attack for just the minute here, and then we're going to use Drain Life. We're going to use all of my Drain Life. I'm going to save some of it, switch back to Spirit Strike, and just keep attacking them as I run away from them. They can't quite catch up to me, but they will eventually. And I'm at the edge of my map. There you go. Let's go back. Now, she's going to go kill them. I'm going to put a teleport just in case. We have 2 time rewinds to do this, but this kind of level reinforces how good the orb is with your echoes, because you're going to need 2 or 3 of your echoes in order to kill all of these enemies. You got to go. Wish I could stay for the whole thing. Bye. Yo, Sonny, have a good one. Thanks for chilling. I really appreciate that. Thanks for following through Coco stream. Thanks for the follow. We'll hopefully see you later. I'm going to be back with Final Fantasy VII later on next week, and with some crafting on Sunday. I know Coco said I'd do some cross-stitching. But we're just going to keep attacking those. Look how much damage we're doing to these guys. Okay, we're going to go back in time one more time, and we're going to get a 3rd one of these. The backwards orb is genius, yes. Playing around with where you place the orb, because if I put it straight ahead, they're going to run at me as the orb is getting further away from me. So making the orb go with the direction you're running is genius. And I only came up with this strat like way later. After we came up with the concept of the orb, and we're like, you know what, it's a great thing. You can place this orb on one side of the map, and then it can what's it called, you can use it on another side, have fun with your echoes and stuff, or with a co-op. If I put an orb near me on the map in co-op, and then later on you could use it in another part of the map, it's like next level ridiculousness that you can come up with. Typically in this level, the very good one is the tree, because when you go back in time, you get extra kills, and there's usually quite a few enemies here, but we only have 2 echoes, so I'm only gonna get an extra 6 kills, which is still a lot considering how many enemies are here. Again, the main strat would be to use the Void Stone. There is a little bit of mana here that we're going to absorb at the beginning. I'm going to use the Void Stone to use my first time rewind to get as much mana as possible. Isn't a hold my beer kind of guy. He drains his beer in one go, takes your beer and drains that, and then goes and does his thing. Yeah, seriously, eh? I think you're describing Duo right here. Queen, Devilman, he sniped me. But I was expecting it to happen. Again, I did this to myself. If I really wanted the first plat, I would have streamed for 12 hours yesterday. I would have got everything done. And then there was nothing Devilman would have been able to do. But I gave him the window, and he took advantage of it. I gave him the window, and he took advantage. Okay, so we're killing as many of these guys as we possibly can. Just before Amanan dies, I'm just trying to get all of the mana. Now let's go back in time. Let's go back in time. Now that is dedication. We were discussing having her mom pick her up so I could keep playing, but when Duo confirmed he was doing the challenges today, I told her it was fine. What are we doing here? Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna drop a fire spirit here. We're gonna drop a tree there. That should kill these guys. Perfect. We got a tree here. We got a tree here. If I'm gonna be smart, actually, that first time rewind, let me go back in time to maximize my perk. I didn't need to go back in time just then. I'm gonna maximize my perk. If I really wanted to get even more, I don't think I need more. Both of these do 10, so together, so that's 5. There's only gonna be 6 left here. I can drop another 7 tree here and put another fire spirit here. There's an extra 2 kills we're gonna get there. So I'm gonna come back down, and we're gonna come through, and then that should be this one. That's not too bad. Okay, so all these enemies are coming down. They're gonna get pulled up to the 7 tree there, and then they're gonna get yeeted. Baby gamer duo? Devilman's definitely the pro gamer. Okay, so those guys are getting yeeted. Oh, there's one guy that exists, but he's getting aggro to the fire spirit on the other side. So I can kind of just kill this guy before he even gets there. Oh, never mind, the fire spirit disappeared. He's dead. Now the only thing we have left is kind of these guys, but I'm gonna just use a earth spirit and drop them here. None of them run towards me. We're just gonna kill these guys as they are stuck in that earth spirit. I'll let my spirit strike build back up, and that's it. Easy peasy, super easy level, especially if you use your void spirit to get over to the right and just kill everyone in the graveyard. It's not easy, but you're using all of that. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? This is almost the exact same challenge, although it is gonna change a little bit, but I think I'm still gonna use the tree. Yeah, so this is a bit different. We have the plague here, so the extra bonus to the tree might not have been as good. I could have probably taken something else, but I think it'll still be... Actually, I probably should have taken the drain life, to be honest, because that'll help me get a lot more mana. This is more or less the exact same starting strat. I woke up at 6 and took care of the pets and stuff and started the download right at 8. Wow. You took the day off work? I thought you were working all day, Devilman. That is a dedication indeed. Yo, man, the ultimate gaslight. The ultimate gaslight. Amazing. Kudos. Knock these guys down. Okay, kill all these guys. So I have a ton of mana, which is fantastic. Now let me pause and see where we're at. That is the main play for the beginning, but there's no point for me to do anything else, mainly because they're almost there. What I could do is activate... Actually, I can activate that tree and get maximum use out of my out of my perk. So I'm gonna do that. So now, actually, interestingly enough, if I activate this one, this plague doesn't reach there in time. These guys are running past him, so I'm killing both of them with those 2 trees. I can drop a fire spirit here and draw these guys to the trees here. That'll kill all 5 of them. Now all I have to do is deal with the plague. But since I have more than enough mana, I should be all right. Okay, so funnily enough, that guy's gonna get hit with the tree here because I took the tree perk. So there was 14 that were gonna get killed because I did the tree after I killed all the guys in the cemetery. So it left 1 because there was only 13 of those guys. So actually, you wanna know what I could do is just activate both of these trees and draw them up here. Easy win. Easy. I don't even have to shoot this guy in the back. Let me just draw him up here. Come here, bro. Come here. I'm giving you the title Plat King. Devilman's definitely the Plat King. And that should be it. Easy peasy. Easy peasy over here. The main trick was the tree perk and doing the tree in the first timeline. If you didn't do the tree in the first timeline to get the extra kills, this would have been slightly harder. But I could have teleported behind this guy. I could have knocked him down, or I could have used like an earth spirit. There's so many different ways you could approach killing the plague. So this one's a bit tricky. It's not necessarily hard. It's just hard to kind of line up your shots with the orb. It's hard to line up your shots with the orb. Wow, sometimes I just miss the hole. I get in there. That quote. Those two go well together. They definitely do. Mr. Mask, how you doing today? Welcome in. What is up? Mia was around before. She is in the Discord though, Devilman. She is in the Discord though. Okay, let's try this again. I need to line up this shot with the way that I'm shooting. There you go. That time we got it. I just kept lining up it not right. So that one is a bit tricky, mainly just because you're trying to line up the orb with your shots. It's not hard, but it's just tricky to line it up properly. So what do I want to do? Ideally, I definitely want to use my teleport ability. I want to close this wall to stop them from doing anything. I think it really depends how quickly everyone's moving. I want to pick up as much mana as possible. I'm gonna put my teleport. Actually, I probably want to put it a little bit closer. Okay, I want to run close enough to get at least 2 purple orbs, maybe even a little bit more. Okay, so now we have a little bit more purple. I'm gonna close this wall over here. Now what I want to do, let me pause. Okay, so these guys are getting a bit closer, although they are fairly far away. It doesn't look like this guy's actually moving. I think he is, but he's just going very slow. I could raise the undead here. That'll distract this guy. I could use the orb. There's plenty of these dudes. And we do have a lot of mana. So maybe I don't take this one quite as aggro as I want to right now. I'm gonna raise the undead there, draw him over there. Let me activate the tree over here to make sure that guy walks through it. I can activate the tree over here and do these ones. We have some mana. Let me do this. Okay. I'm gonna close the wall here. Oh, there you go. Send him the other way. Now let me go pick up the mana over here. We've dealt with a lot of this stuff, but it's a little bit different than what I'm used to, because before this was definitely way different. I'm gonna run over here and hopefully I can get most of this mana, even with that wall closed. Okay, now over here, what are we doing? I want to close this wall to send them back the other way. And I probably want to draw these guys in with a fire spirit and bring them towards the tree. Okay, now we're running out of mana, which is unfortunate, but what I can do now, this guy's almost dead. This guy's almost dead. I'm gonna drop the orb here to deal with these guys now. These are gonna get free hits on their back no matter what, and since we hit them with every single tree, that should be enough to kill them. So there you go. So the trick is, since I opened a graveyard here, closed the wall, that sends one of them this way. I activated this tree, put a fire spirit to do 1 damage, activated this tree, he runs through it, and it does damage to him. So every single one of these plagues took 1 hit of damage. They only needed 2 in this playthrough, not 3. Then you drop a orb to get the last kill, but you have to kind of deal with all of these guys. So I was able to close a wall, send them around, close the wall here, use the trees, draw these guys to the trees. I have a little bit of mana left and there's still 6 guys there. So what I need to do is fly up over here. I'm going to Earth Spirit those guys, and then that should be enough. I can help you, Duo, if you need. You already have the plat for this. Even if this was rebalanced, I know enough for what I am doing. Anyways, I can probably just kind of freeze these guys too and let the towers take care of the rest of these. But there you go. I missed the story demo yesterday, so I don't know if there's an explanation for this element there, but seeing these challenges, I really like the big avatar for the different enemy elements. It makes it much easier to see everything, plan it out. Thank you, Yumino. Yeah, so that's the thing. So the big avatars were a feature that we had, Buenary, so you can kind of see enemies from a distance because we have such large maps that we have to deal with. Your brain hurts just watching? So this is the one I was literally just talking about. We have 30 guys over here on the right, and we have 3 plagues over here we have to deal with. This is the one. I need to... we're going to use 1 echo to deal with all of this, and then we're going to use the other echo to deal with the... with all those guys afterwards. Let me pause here for a second. That guy's... There's no way I can actually activate that tree. It's too far. So what I need to do... We're going to come down here. Now, I'm going to drop this orb going all the way down here. Now, we're going to deal with this. Now, this is going to be very interesting because I have to be very careful here. They're going to get too close. I have to make sure this is attacking both. I'm going to knock you down. Oh, did I even hit him? I'm not sure if I hit him. I think I did. I'm not sure if I did. I'm going to have to use a double tap to use a Earth Spirit there. Okay, what I want to do is keep following this guy. I want to get at least 1 hit on there, and then I'm going to activate this tree and run this way. So now, the thing with this is that I'm going to go back in time. It's a very weird way to do this, but I'm going to go back in time because right now I'm going to follow my echo, and I'm going to do damage to them. But what I should also do is probably set up killing these 30 guys. Do I have the mana for this? Not really. I have to pick up more mana. But I'm going to get more mana as I kill these guys, though. So let's see what happens here. She's going to go this way. We're going to start killing those. I'm going to try and get a little bit closer to the left here to get the extra little bit of mana. Right over here. I want to try and absorb these. Okay, so they got knocked down. So he's still aggroed. I'm going to hit this guy in the back. Perfect. He's still aggroed. I'm going to hit you in the back now. Okay, let's jump up here and see where we're at. So these guys got pulled to the trees over there on the left. I'm gonna close the wall there and start activating these other trees. Now, they got hit. I need to bring this guy over here. He's gonna get aggroed. I'm gonna bring him towards this tree. I still have to do 1 more hit on this guy and deal with the other ones. This one is definitely tricky, that's for sure. I should have put a teleport all the way back there so I can get back pretty quick. Let me just add this. Hit you there. Now let's get this mana and fly up and see where we're at. Yeah, see, this is where... There's only 5 guys left, so actually I did pretty good here. So what did we do here? These guys are all dead. What did we do? I was able to draw enemies over here with a fire spirit. We had just enough mana. Okay, this one's also very hard. Kill all the enemies without any basic attack or pushback abilities. This one is rough. I can't attack anything. I have to kill everyone with spells, and I don't even think I have rewinds. No, I don't. So we need to get as much mana as possible. I'm going to put a teleport back here, but I can't attack anything. Okay, so let's see. We have a ton of mana here. So we're going to load up on here. What can we do? We have the converts. Let me pause here. So the main thing with this is you want to definitely convert your units in order to kill as many as possible. I can convert this and that'll kill everyone over here, but that mana is so far away that I don't think I'd be able to grab it. I can convert this person, but I would probably just raise the undead here and draw them around the other side. I can also convert these guys. There's many things we can do here. And we also have the plagues there. These guys are just going to straight up die. So what I'm going to do is go into this mode. I'm going to drop a fire spirit here. I'm going to convert these guys so I can get my conversion back. Let me convert those. They're going to kill all of them. These guys are all going to die here. I can put another fire spirit up here. That's going to mostly kill those guys. I'm going to close the wall here to send the plague around the other way. Now, I'm going to go back down. They can't see me. I have to be very careful about pulling aggro here because I don't want to necessarily die. I have so much mana, though, that we're not doing too bad. Okay, so this guy got pulled to the other side. I'm going to drop those 2 there. Now, I have to sort of pull this guy over here. I won't have the cooldown back for my possession, which would have helped. But this one's not too bad. I can use some earth spirits to kind of delay them. We had more than enough. The towers do a lot of damage to the plagues, which is really cool. And since there's enough trees and enough mana here, I can kind of draw all the plagues. So the main thing is use the possession spell to take out one of the plagues, to take out another group of the undead. The smaller groups, you don't have to worry about too much because the towers will deal with a lot of them. They're just there to kind of give you mana. Putting a fire spirit up here to draw the plague on the other side here and then closing the wall, activating the 2 trees in the back here, like legit does a fair amount of damage to all of these plagues in order to kill them. So this one's actually a lot easier than the first and second one. The first and second one are actually quite challenging. The third one's pretty easy. Okay, so enemies are always chasing us. This is a new style of challenge that we did quite a few in the later levels. So no matter what, you always have aggro. So we have a ton of enemies in front of us, and then we have 40 enemies behind us, and we have another 10 in front of us with a lot more mana as well. So what can we do? I need to kind of throw these guys on the loop. So I'm going to go forward and kill these guys with my Drain Life ability. Okay? I'm going to get all of the mana, and I have to make sure I put a teleport here so we can get back on the other side of this wall. These guys are going to chase me, these guys are going to die, and these guys are coming from the front. So if they have 10 mana, I'm going to get them to die on these 2 and hopefully get some of that mana because I'm going to need it to activate the other trees. Okay? What I need to do, we're going to play around with these enemies a lot. I'm going to put a teleport there. I kill all of these guys. I need to run past this and drop. I need to close this wall right now. If I close this wall, those guys turn around and go the other direction, which is what I need. Because I need to kill all 10 of these guys before the other ones reach me. That's what I need. So I can activate this one too. These guys are coming towards me. There's only 10. So if I close that wall first, these guys are coming in. We're going to get all of this mana. Because I really needed to make sure these guys died, but the other ones were so close to me, there's nothing I could really do. I also need to slow these guys. I have to start activating trees now because I can't pick up all the mana. So let's go back down. We're gonna absorb all these ones. Oh my god, I almost thought that guy was gonna get me. So we're back full flush on mana. I'm gonna teleport away. Now these guys are going to come all the way back. Now I have to be very careful about this because I can't close this wall until they get through all these trees. I forgot about other fun details. TimeMelters was my 269th plat. I made sure not to plat anything else. Really? 269? That's pretty good. That is pretty good, Devilman. Hey, Happy Kittens, how you doing? Purple Zayne, welcome in. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm gonna drop this here. So now once they're in these trees, I'm gonna close this wall, and that sends them the other way. So I think we rebalanced this level also, because it used to be a bit different. I have more than enough mana, but the main trick was to put a teleport back here, close this wall first, sending the other enemies away, bring the other 10 enemies forward so that they die on these 2 trees. Make sure you're activating the other stuff so that you're able to absorb all the mana, and then you have to basically wait for this the enemies to get to this tree. If you don't do that, then it's just not going to work out for you, because you really need every single one of these trees to kill all 40 of those enemies. But there you go. That is the challenge. Wait, Devilman beat me, Jake. He gaslighted us. I thought he was working yesterday. He took the day off to play the entire game, and the fact that I played in 2 days, he got us good, Jake. He got us good. So we have a couple of guys behind us. We're gonna kill those with Drain Life really quickly. We have some enemies in front of us. I'm gonna knock these guys back and then run this direction and make them chase me. I'm gonna drop a couple of trees here to get the mana from these 3 and the guys behind me, and then I'm gonna teleport behind the wall. So I kill these guys very quickly. We run this way. I put a teleport here. I need to activate these trees from a distance. There you go. Okay, so now I should be able to get this mana provided the right ones die. Okay, that one's dead. That was much better. That was much better. Okay, so perfect. I have to just wait in order to get the mana for this. Waiting to get the mana from these 3 guys. Wait for those guys to come all the way through here, and then we should be good. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for the last enemy to get stuck here. Then I'm gonna teleport. Then I'm gonna close the wall here. Then I fly up into the air, and we're gonna activate the remainder of these trees, and that should be it. So this one's a bit trickier, but it's not that bad. You basically want to make sure you're activating these trees as you're running up to them, because if you don't do that, then the enemies in front of you get past this tree and you can't actually stop them. But yeah, Jake, it happened. That is incredible. But it's okay. I love the fact that we can do this though, because it just shows how so rude. It's a fun thing that the community has, honestly. It's like a hunting rivalry almost. And there you go. Everyone's dead. Fantastic. Easy peasy. I didn't even have to use that last tree because I was able to use the other trees I had there. So we have 16 guys coming to Amman over here. We have 4 graveyards. We have 4 graveyards over here that we're gonna basically build back up. Or not build back up, but we're gonna spawn all 4 of them to basically stop the corrupted from getting over here. Our main goal is to try and get some mana on this side so that we can we have the pawns over here that have souls, and we're gonna try and grab both of these souls and come across to the other side. And we're going to use those to use Wrath. We have the Wrath spell, which doubles our range and attack power, and we're going to use that to kill all of these guys in order to help save Amman over here. So let's go back down. We're going to quickly kill the pawns over here. I have a ton of rewinds, but I won't necessarily need all of them. I'm going to kill these guys really quick. We're going to get my Drain Life back. So how far did you end up making it into the story mode? Thorlar, I don't know. I know you only had 90 minutes. I don't know if you went over that. If you're really enjoying your time, I had Coco Confession play last night, and they ended up jumping into the main campaign because they were having a lot of fun with the build. So I got all the mana that I want. There's no real reason to do anything else, mainly because Amman is getting attacked and he's about to die. So we're gonna go back in time over here, and we're gonna come up this way. Now, what I want to do is use my I'm gonna use my soul mana to turn into the wolf over here. We're gonna get our speed boost. I need to kill this guy, and then I need to wrath over here. So we're gonna wrath. We're gonna wrath. And then we're going to, here we go, kill all these guys with my wrath. Protect you. Okay, now that those guys are all there, I need to activate the moonstone over here. I was about to activate it. I didn't quite get there. Let me activate it now. So the moonstone is going to draw in all the mana. It doesn't create mana, it just moves it. So it's going to bring all the mana over here, and what I need to do is absorb it. And then we're going to go save him. Yo! Oleg? What's up, Oleg? How you doing? Okay, I'm going to go back in time one more time. Now that we have all the mana, I can come back up here, and now I can save him, because they run so fast you might as well go back in time just to give yourself a bit of time to fly over here and summon everything you need. We almost have him at Rebirth, yet he even considered skipping Remake hard mode and playing Rebirth instead of... I did think of that for a moment. Anyways, now that all of these guys are kind of awakened, I'm going to summon some fire spirits and then come back here to absorb more mana. So now these guys are all distracted, and you want to spread out your placement of the fire spirits just in case any of the enemies kind of peel off and decide to go attack the fire spirits. You don't want them to be too close because they only have one hit, and so you really want to spread them out so they don't die. But that should be enough to kill these. We have tons of undead bone walkers to kind of save us, and then that's basically that. So we need to shoot the plague. So this one, what you want to do is what do we have here? You'll get teleported near 2 soul mana in the next timeline. So what do I have here? Okay, we have 2 soul mana already. I'm going to activate the Wrath here, and then I'm going to go back in time. Once I do this, I'm going to get 2 more mana, and I'm going to be able to use the orb. Then the Wrath shows up, and then you kind of combo it, and then that's basically the entire challenge. That's all you really need to do. And then you see the range increase. You kind of combo the Wrath with the orb together. This is the hardest challenge where the enemies are always chasing you. There's only like 3 or 4 of them. You saw 2 of them in Brooden Cliff. In Elfarness over here, this one you have a lot of enemies chasing you. You're going all over the map, and you really want to play this one strangely, or at least that's the way I play it. I play all of these strangely. You want to pause a lot in this though. So our main goal, these guys are chasing us from the back here, the 40 guys over here. So I'm going to run this way. I'm going to use my Drain Life to kill all these guys. I'm going to activate these both of these trees, and I'm going to chill over here. As the 40 enemies run towards me, they're going to get into this tree, but if we look around, there's enemies back there, there's enemies back there, there's also a small group of enemies over here. This group should reach me by the time I close the wall, so we have to be very careful about how that works. And there's also another group of pawns back there, so watch what we end up doing here. I do Drain Life, we're going to kill all these guys, perfect. We're going to activate these trees, and what I also want to do is make sure I put a teleport up here so that I can come back on the other side of this wall. Yeah, I'll do hard mode first. I want to finish the plat before I move on to Rebirth. Okay. See, that's the thing. I would kind of want to do that. I was thinking of also just doing Rebirth in next year. Okay, so we're going to close the wall here. And then these guys show up. We're going to Drain Life them quickly. At least they die very fast to Drain Life, but the timing for that is very tricky. Now, if we pause again, we can see that these guys got stuck in the tree. They're getting dead, and they're already running down this way. So we're going to run down this direction and try and kill these guys because they give me more souls. I'm going to use those souls in order to make an orb afterwards. But what we need to do is allow these guys to catch up. They're so far away. Okay, let's go back down. We're going to run this direction now. We're going to run this direction, and we're going to try and kill as many of the gigantic group of pawns as possible, because the biggest problem with that is that I mean, there's just so many of them. You need to use as many trees as possible. So what I'm going to do is kill these guys. They're going to give me back some of my Drain Life, which is useful. We're going to run down here. I'm going to activate this tree. Now, I'm going to use all of my spells at my disposal to get away from these guys. First, I'm going to use my spirit, my shadow form ability to kind of stealth through. Now, if I pause again, you'll see that these guys are running towards you, right? But the group of pawns, the group of bone walkers, these are the ones that I want. I want to run into those because I need all of that soul mana to do my big combo of Wrath and the Death Orb. So we're going to let these guys get towards me. I don't want to necessarily attack them now because there's no point. 5 of them are going to get stuck. I'm going to wait till they get a lot closer. Then we're going to wolf past. We're going to wolf past. We're going to get all the way over here. I'm going to come back up. We're going to spin around. I'm going to do the Drain Life here. Oh boy, that was close. I should have got further away. Now, we're going to activate this tree. We're going to activate this tree. These guys are gonna get stuck in there, and then we're going to teleport. We're gonna teleport over there. Now, this is what we want. This is what we want. Now, watch this. I'm gonna jump up into the air. I'm gonna drop an orb back here. Then, I'm gonna do Wrath. And we're gonna drain life this orb as it's following them. Now that didn't kill everything, but that's fine. I did a lot of damage. Now what we can do is basically just overload this entire area with fire spirits, and that should finish them off. I could have done it before. I could have did it before while they could have been attacked by all of these while I was while they were like getting attacked by the death orb and stuff. But yeah, this is definitely the play. You kind of zoom around the map all over the place. So let's see, what do we got here? I have 3 mana already on me, and these guys, they're getting chased. Now, if you notice, there's 2 mana in the first group here. And then there's 10 mana over here. I need to do them pretty fast. And I'm pretty sure most of these guys don't run into this. If I do that one quickly... Yeah, we're going to create time distortion, but not in a bad way. I'm pretty sure this is what I need to do. If this guy goes forward, he's going to start getting attacked by this. But since these guys are getting chased, these two should get into this tree before these guys do. But I'm going to create some time distortion. Okay, so that goes there. Both of those guys die. They give me the mana that I want, which is basically what I need. So we need all of the time rewinds for this. I needed to do that quick, though, because now we're going to do something completely different. So we're waiting for this mana. I'm doing good, Nato. How you doing? Welcome in. I have my... Yeah, you do have your name on a challenge. You do, Storm. We worked with Storm on Sans Foi. He's another he's another game developer. He works in Montreal as well. Okay, so we're gonna go back in time. Now watch what we do here. I'm gonna create time distortion. I need to get this mana. So we have 10 guys here. The reason why I activated these trees right away is because I need to draw these guys into the tree so that all of them die. All of them die, so I can get the mana here. That's what we need. That's what we need. So this guy can actually outrun these guys pretty good. He's going to get to the plague almost. And what we're going to do is use the 3 mana in order to convert this dude to save them. He just turned around. Okay. So let's see. Let's go back. No, I can't go back yet. Let me go back down to my body. We're going to absorb the souls here. And now what I need to do is convert. Are you winning? We're trying our best. We're trying our best. Now, if I convert the plague, he should attack the villagers here. This one is a very tricky challenge. So if I convert this guy before I do the fire spirit, that should, yeah, it pulls them away. He kills those guys, and then most of these guys get stuck in the trees, so he's able to pass through. This is what happens. Now this guy's gonna pull aggro from the other ones, and that should get the winning. We are winning pretty good, Queen. We are winning pretty good. You're doing good, Nato? Just chilling? Very nice. Nato, do you mainly just play on Xbox, right? Twinkle Toe, how's your day going? Get that ticket. Get the tickets, guys. So there you go. That's the challenge. So Devilman, like, how long did it take you to figure that weird one out? Because it's all an order of operations. Also, there's always one straggler. It shouldn't matter. He should chase him. Or does he not chase him? Oh, yeah, he does chase him. Yeah, so that should be good. There's always one straggler. I don't know why. Anyways, he's still dead. We still win. Boom. He just, like, gut punched him in the side there. Elfarness, challenge 3. Kill all the bone walkers without moving. So some of these ones are actually very quick. They take maybe a minute to do. The can't move ones are not that bad, and they're kind of derivative of each other. It's either like, you know, do one spell first or attack first and then do the other spell and line up your stuff, and it kind of teaches you weird things you can do that might not be amazing. So here, watch this. Basically what I'm doing here is just using my drain life and hoping I hit everybody as they come down the hill here, and then I do a couple of attacks just in case I might miss a few. Now what I'm doing here, I'm going back in time, and what I need to do is activate my Wrath. So now I activate my Wrath so that my Echo is basically using everything, and then there you go. But if you don't know what you're doing, it might take you 1 or 2 tries to do it, because you're like, what's happening? Kill the Bone Walkers without moving. We're gonna get teleported over here to this mana very quickly. So this one is a bit different. We have 4 mana that's here. So this one, I can't do anything. So this one is a bit different. We need to do an orb and the Wrath. So I need to attack here. Give myself a little bit of time. We're just gonna attack. You want to attack. Also, I could use the Drain Life. Hopefully this ends up working. So I'm going to try and do this. Hopefully we hit an orb. And then I'm going to do one last thing of Spirit Strikes, and then we'll go back in time. So you want to give your Echo enough chances in order to actually get the hit. So we're going to do Wrath first. And then I'm going to zoom over here and do the orb. So I really want to line up where my shots are going. Now I should switch. There you go. So do I hit it? Yeah, I got it. They die so fast, you don't even see it. But yeah, that's what you need to do. In this one, you want the Iron Grip, the extra enemies here. Although we don't have that much spirit mana. Actually, you want to know what could have been good for this one? I'm silly. That might actually not be the play. I'm gonna try this out. That one's good, but I only have so much soul mana. There's only 6 in the entire map. So I can convert twice. And if we're looking at the other map, the other mana, we have 5 here. And we have 7 here. So the biggest problem is that this guy isn't really going to kill that many of these dudes. So that's going to be the biggest problem. Because I'm not going to get all of that mana until much later. The Agony Beam is always a good pick for sure. But we'll see what happens here. A lot of these are... Yeah, a lot of these are pawns, so it's not really that bad. Although the pawns I can kind of go and help kill, but that's about it. So these guys, let's see, we have 3 time rewinds. So our main goal is to try and get as much mana as possible at the beginning of this level. We're going to use our Drain Life here to kill these guys. We're going to get that. We're going to come all the way over here, kill all these guys, and get all our Drain Life. Get all our Drain Life. Maybe the balance for this actually changed, but maybe I'll have to think about how this works. Okay, let me pause and see where we're at. But taking Agony Beam was kind of a default. It was hard to know what to pick without seeing the map. Did you go back and change it though? It's always a solid choice. Usually the trees are a solid choice also. I'm going to convert a lot of these dudes. Oh, they have mana also. So I'm going to convert a lot of those. They ended up killing quite a few of those. Okay, what we want to do is go back. I definitely want to activate the Moonstone. The other option for a very good spell would have been the one that gives you mana for activating the Moonstones. That could be very useful. Now our main goal would probably be to try and pick up that mana. I need to use all that mana in the second timeline. So we're going to come down here. I'm going to pop a teleport here. Customarily, I would probably pop a teleport there. Or actually, I probably don't even need to do that, but we'll see. Let me get this mana, and then we'll kind of adjust. This is slightly differently balanced than what I'm used to, because we did change it a little bit. There didn't used to be those guys there. I can actually probably kill these guys just to get the last little bit of mana. Although I'm pretty full, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's just go back in time. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to run through here, and I'm going to try and save... Actually, no, I need to do this. I'm going to convert these dudes. I'm going to save this guy in the last timeline. What I need to do is... let me Fire Spirit here and close that wall. I have to Fire Spirit here too to draw them down there. I'm going to close this wall. Okay, so I Fire Spirit down here. Oh, why are you attacking them? Thank you. Activate that tree. Okay, well, that's... I'm going to fix that time distortion later. Now, my main goal here... Actually, let me draw these guys up. I'm kind of changing everything all the time. I'm going to draw these guys up. I'll activate the trees next timeline. So I'm going to come down here. My main goal right now is I'm going to put a teleport down here so I can save these dudes. I also want to kind of wait long enough. This might not help me. I need that mana. I really need that mana badly. I kind of want to go back and try and get that. I don't know if Amanan's going to die, though. I'm playing this one a bit differently. Again, sometimes these change a lot. Where the hell's the other teleport? There you are. I don't know if I'll make it in time. He's dead. He's dead. Aminan's almost getting attacked. Hopefully I'm get close enough to draw this. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we should be fine. Actually, right, I delayed them. Ah, we should be fine. We should be fine. Perfect. Okay, let's go back in time. So this wasn't exactly the smoothest, but I'm kind of like trying to figure out as I go along. So I need to teleport over here and kill all those guys. I have a lot of drain life, so that should be okay. But we're gonna have to do that very quick. Drain life, kill these guys. I don't have any more drain life, but I should be able to kill these since we have the Kill Mooly helping me at the same time. I'm gonna knock these guys down. We'll redraw that up. And since they one-shot most of these enemies, there you go, easy peasy. Now, what do we have to do? These guys all didn't die. I have plenty of mana now, though. And I think most of these enemies... Okay, there's that tree going there. We have a fire spirit coming up here. I'm gonna have to pay attention to this because I don't know how many of them are going to die or not. So I have to make sure that this guy doesn't die. So I'm gonna keep my camera like this just to see what happens when they start running. We have these guys coming up here. I'm gonna drop another fire spirit and I'm gonna activate both of these trees. I still have 5 mana and I can convert all of those enemies, which is what I'm gonna do because both of them kind of get attacked by these 2 Kill Moolies in that death pit. So once they get hit by the trees, I'm gonna switch over to my other spells. I'm gonna convert the rest of these. I have a little bit of mana left here, so I'm just gonna deal with this right now. Yeah, see, not all of them died. So I'm going to attack these guys and draw them into the tree, and there you go. Easy peasy. No, once I was in the challenge, I just beat my head against it until I got it. You never changed it afterwards? Okay. Basically, all 3 of these are almost exactly the same. They just get harder and harder. So you have 2 echoes and a spell improvement, a perk. Then you have 1 echo and a perk. And then you have no echoes and no perks. So you kind of have to do the same level 3 times in a row. If you can beat this one, you can beat the other ones the exact same way. And I'm going to show you how to beat the hardest version first. So there's a lot of enemies over here. Lots of enemies. Now, most people would think maybe go take the Void Stone and go backwards, but that is not the right play. You want to go forward. You want to go forward. Let them come to you. Let them come to you. Now, the main trick is that you really, really, really want to put your teleport because you cannot die here and you have to wait for that Moonstone to be activated. Over a course of time, this Moonstone will get activated and it will bring in all the mana that's over there by that gigantic beam of light. That's another village that has a bunch of mana kind of floating around it. So our main goal would be to come over here. This is already not what I did. This is already not what you did. Watch, Devilman. Watch and learn. Watch and learn. What did you do, though? Out of curiosity. Again, there's multiple ways to do this. I came up with this strategy, like, not even that long ago. Maybe a year ago, year and a half. I always used to go backwards, and this is definitely the best way to do it. So I'm going to kill these guys. It definitely helps having spell improvements. Without the spell improvements, it's a little rough. I'm going to put a teleport spot here. I'm going to kill these guys. I have to kill these guys really quick. They also take a long time to kill, which is really rough. Now, what I need to do is do my Wrath. Spawn those guys. They're going to get attracted to me now. Now I come this way and I kill these guys to get a little bit more mana, which will help. I have to kill these guys very quickly. Okay. And then I need to kill these guys. I have 3 seconds left. I need the more mana. I need these guys all dead. Please, 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 please. Okay. Then these guys are running towards me. I need to convert them. I'll convert them underneath the trees. Without spell improvements, this is much tougher. So there you go. Now I just kind of wait here and sit. We're at 70% for the Moonstone. Also, this level is very dark. I apologize about that. I think I was supposed to increase my brightness, but I did not. This game doesn't do that. You have to go into the options to increase the brightness. But anyways, so we're at 76%. Wait and sit. Wait and sit. Wait and sit. But we're at 80%. Now they're all dead. I need to run. I want to make sure that I get them as far as possible so that when they turn around, I still have time to use some of the trees. We're at 86%. 80, 90%. Okay, I'm gonna teleport now. Boom. Now we're all the way back here. Now, there's a couple of things I could do. How much mana am I even getting? Let's have a look. if I come all the way to the village over here, I have quite a bit of mana that's coming my way. So we're going to sit and wait for that. I could go up there and draw them in, but then I don't really have an escape. Actually, no, I do have an escape. I have the wolf. Let me come up over here. I don't know how much time I'm going to have, but we could still do this. Ideally, I'm able to use the trees, but we'll see. So this is infinitely easier on some of the other timelines. You don't have to use any time travel in order to beat these. Okay, let me get this mana. Okay, let me zoom up. Okay, so I missed the trees, but I could take a fire spirit, draw them in this way. Please. Thank you. Okay, that draws them back. I didn't get everyone though, so I'm gonna do those over there. Okay, so we activate both of these trees. I'm gonna activate this last tree too. We raise the undead here and have a little bit more mana. Perfect. So these guys are gonna come back. Those guys get put in the tree there. These guys are getting attacked by this. Now what I can do is activate these last two trees. We're gonna go back down. I have a little bit of drained life left. So what I can do, where am I? I'm up here. Okay, perfect. What I can do is Wrath again. I don't know if they're gonna come after me, but we can Wrath again and then finish off the remainder of these enemies. I could have converted them also, but it's fine. We'll just do this. So how did you approach this, Devilman? It must have been much different, I would imagine. I could have converted them again too, and then let them all kind of fight each other, but there you go. Red or nose challenge. That is not what you did at all. Basically, you just want to delay as long as possible. You can do the same thing in the other ones, or you can keep going back in time and kind of do everything. So basically, all of the other two challenges are just easier versions of this one. If we go to the first one, we have 2 echoes. I can go back in time, but again, if you delay the enemies as long as possible, then it's just a lot easier. And the fact that you have the perks helps a lot too. I could get the agony beam one that allows me to keep my agony of my drain life longer, which is much more beneficial in this level. Because as you saw, I was running out of drain life to kill all of the enemies as I was walking towards them. I had to use my blast ability to knock them down, to wait to get the mana to increase my drain life again. I can also use Iron Grip, but I think I'm going to take Agony Beam. So I activated the blue portal, then ran down and killed the guys in the graveyard. Set a teleport outside the graveyard, aggro the mob, and run up the hill and kill the 4 guys at the top and try to draw the mob to the very edge. Warp down, orb... hey, it worked. I used to do stuff like that too, Devilman. I used to do the exact same thing, and it's a legitimate strategy. It's so much more, it's so much easier to just kind of walk forward because they all walk towards you. And the fact that you're wrathing to draw them in, and then you're already double strength in order to kill all the remaining guys, it's very useful. When you're about to grab me and run to the yellow portal to get back to the blue one at the start, yeah. Yeah, I've done that too. I've done that also. That one's not bad. I can do that for the next one. How about that? Well, I'll show everyone that other way because I used to do that as well. But I feel like there's so much, it's a little bit harder to do. But we'll see. I'll try it again. I'll try it again. Now, the better question is, do I do this one that makes it last longer, or do I do the one that gives me more mana back for absorbing a soul? For absorbing a soul, I don't know. The more drain life is very useful because it lasts so much longer, right? And that could help. Because right now I have a lot more than I had before. So it should be a lot easier. But this is going to be the exact same strategy as the last time. I'm going to put a teleport over here. It's going to be that much easier because I have the drain life that lasts a lot longer. I could just kill these guys and not really worry about it. I still have 7 seconds. They're just too far out of my range. Kill these guys nice and good. Yeah, see, I didn't even run out. I didn't even have to use my blast ability. That was much easier. And then I have all the mana and use the trees and stuff as the mob comes back up the hill. That was very tight timing, yeah. It's always very tight timing. Again, everything is quite tricky. But again, we can approach this one a bit differently, honestly. I could approach this one a bit differently. I could teleport back, and then, like, I can use my time rewind this time if I really want to. I don't necessarily need to. Again, I can approach all of these levels exactly the same as what I just did. Okay, run away. Because the strat is more or less the same. Delay until the Moonstone arrives, It's just, once you do these, can't wait for TimeMelters cart though, imagine. My god, going back in time, how would that work? How would that work in a karting game? That would be very interesting. Okay, these guys are chasing me again. I could knock them down also. These guys are very much chasing me. We'll knock them down, giving me myself a little bit more time. Okay, we're gonna go back over here. I'm gonna come back down this way. These guys are going to, the Moonstone is active. I heard it activate. It's all gonna fly in, and we'll have to do all of this. It took you a couple of tries to get it down, yeah? See, the thing is with this challenge, if you do it backwards, then you know the strat to do, because if you beat the hardest one, you could beat the easier ones with the exact same strategy. But when you're doing it 1, 2, 3, it gets harder and harder and harder, and makes you refine your strategy, which is a very interesting way to approach everything. Like, I definitely like that about our game. Yo! Lady Luna D, welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Char Omega Gogs, how you doing? Twist my nips, how are you? Welcome in, everyone. Thank you very much for the raid, Luna D. I really appreciate that. If anyone doesn't know me, I'm Duo, Variety Streaming Trophy Hunter, and we're playing my game right now. It's a lot of fun. I'm very happy that it finally came out on PlayStation. I'm going to try this one a bit different. We're actually almost done today. It's a bit of a shorter stream. We're trying to get the platinum for it. I only have one challenge left after this. So if you don't know me, again, I do video game development. I am a animator. I've been working on TimeMelters for the last 6-7 years, and I'm very happy that this came out on PlayStation because I get the platinum now. Yo, Earthling, how you doing? Welcome in. I do a lot of crafting here also. I've been going through Final Fantasy VII as well. I know Luna D is a big JRPG fan. I work on some cross stitches. I did a little kitty here that we're giving away at the end of the year, along with a little book one because we love reading. And then I also started a Final Fantasy cross stitch that we're giving away. We started with Leviathan, and yeah, we have a giveaway going for keys for this. If you want to get in on the giveaway, you can do exclamation point ticket. We're giving away Steam and PlayStation 5, or at least one key. We have one more key to give away. We're going to do that once we get the plat. You guys popped in right at the right time because we have one more challenge to do, and I'm going to do it a bit differently than the way I did it right now. I kind of converted two groups. I spawned the undead, and they're kind of all fighting each other. So this one was done a bit differently, and we should be good. Yes, do exclamation point ticket. You can get in on the ticket on the giveaway and get a chance to win a free copy of TimeMelters. It just came out on PS5. It's got a 40. Oh, one guy lived. Let me activate this tree. So if you don't know TimeMelters, it is a hero defense time travel game. And we're going to use the time travel after this, I believe. I didn't really use the time travel in this. We're kind of using, it's a hero defense. So you're a witch with time travel powers, and you can you use spirits to spawn different elemental demons like fire spirits and earth spirits. You can summon trees to yeet enemies into the air. It's really cool. We're doing challenge 2, Clawdenvale. I could approach every single one of these exactly the same way, but we're going to do it a bit differently. We're going to do it a bit differently than we did last time. It might be a bit harder doing it this way also. So what are we going to do? I think I'm still going to take Agony Beam because the rewind time, I could take the Iron Grip, or I could take the Absorb a Soul, charges your drain life more. Okay, so Agony Beam. I'll do the Agony Beam because it'll make it last longer. I'm going to do this a completely different way than I did the last 2 times. It'll help with the fact that I have time rewind and perks. Without the time rewind, you can still do it this way, but it's a lot harder. I'm going to put the teleport over here. Wait, do I want the teleport there? I guess I could put it there. It's fine. So what are we doing? I'm going to take the portal over here. We're going to come out this way, and I'm going to attack these guys from the rear. We're attacking them from the rear end. Okay, so we're going to kill these guys from the back. It's going to take most of my mana to do this, but we're going to get a little bit of it back anyways. That lasted a long time. So we have 2 of these. I could do an orb if I wanted, but it takes a lot longer to do this. I could use my teleport also. We could do this a much different way for sure as well, since we do have a time rewind. But here, I might have some time to do this. We'll see how it works out. I haven't done this way in a long time. I have not done it this way in a long time. There's the conversion, the Shadow Queens here. Okay, we get a little bit more back. I have a lot of this mana right now, so I'm going to use the Wrath. This should still work. but it's gonna be a bit tighter. I'm gonna get all the way over here. Yeah, so I still had enough time to reach over here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna draw these guys in. Then I'm gonna kill these ones to get more mana. And now I'm gonna delay. Now I'm gonna delay a lot. Check this out. So this is what Devilman did. This is what I used to do. Since we have the portal activated now, I can actually go all the way back here. They're just gonna keep chasing me. They're just gonna keep chasing me. And I can actually use my echo this time if I really want to, and we can check it out a different way of doing this, just to see. So I'm gonna run all the way back over here. So you can do this in the last version also, as you saw. I mean, it helped the fact that I had so much drain life. Without the perk, this way is a lot harder, just because it was a lot easier to kill the villagers when I had that much more drain life. So I don't know, how did you end up doing it that way without the extra drain life, Devilman? So if I just keep running down this way, we're just gonna keep running. They're chasing me. They're chasing me, but where are they? Yeah, they're just crossing the bridge now. So we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna mosey along over here. Gonna mosey along down here. I'm gonna wait for them to get to me. I could go back in time and then we can really wait. Managing the drain life was a touch and go. Yeah, touch and go, touch and go. I would really like that thing to activate. Okay, perfect. We're gonna go back in time just to show you how the time travel works. So we create an echo of ourselves, and this is gonna recreate every single thing we just did. So the moonstone is activated. That's the whole goal of this mission. You need to delay long enough for this little guy over here to do a magic spell to activate this moonstone, since we don't have mana to activate it. You didn't use Wrath though? Really? How did you draw them in then? How did you draw them in? I do not know how you drew them in. You can't reach. Did you do an orb? Oh, you might have done an orb. An orb could have helped because you have enough mana to do an orb and follow it this entire way. And then the orb in the middle of the river should work fast enough. I went forward with them and stood across the bridge. I thought you said you went backwards with this over here. So I'm very confused how you did it then. Okay, so what I'm gonna do though is we're gonna combo this. After the Wrath goes, I'm gonna wait for her to attack. I went forward with them and stood across the bridge. I thought you said you didn't go forward with them. As the new beta? Apparently. Okay, here comes the Wrath. She's gonna pull aggro, and check this out. There's the aggro. I'm gonna drop this now, and now I'm gonna start attacking them. So I'm doing this a much different way. There's only 6 of them left. There's only 6 of them left. I'm gonna friggin' do Wrath again, and now I'm gonna continue attacking them. Because the range is so much further. Actually, there's a lot more than 6. What the hell? Okay, well, whatever. I have so much mana, it doesn't even matter. That should be it. This is what you get for time traveling, pretty much. So she's kind of running off. No one's even chasing her anymore. No one's even chasing her anymore. But that's it. Everyone's dead. So I still did it a completely different way, but yeah. She turns them, I shot them across the bridge, and then ran up through the cemetery. Oh, never mind. You did it. So I did it. I thought you said you did the Void Stone. I thought you said you did the Void Stone, or you did the Void Stone the other way. There you go. One with the flow. I am one with the flow. Boom. Platinum trophy. 2 days. Devilman still beat me, but at least I'm there. Platinum, baby.